All right, next one, we've got 5x squared minus 2n minus 7. So the factors of 5 are going to be 5 and 1. I don't know why I put them in parentheses. Okay, and now the factors of negative 7 are going to be negative 7 and 1. So the nice thing about this, it kind of only gives us one option here. So, and I made the 7 negative because our term is negative. So either it's going to be 5 times negative 7 and 1 times 1. Add those together and we should get negative 2. Here you'll see that's a negative 35 plus 1, which gives us a negative 34. So we can't do it that way, but we could do 5 times 1 plus 1 times negative 7. And here we get 5 plus a negative 7, which equals a negative 2. And so there we've got our b value from the combinations of multiplying the two factors together. So these are going to be our coefficients in our binomials, 5x and 1x, or just x. Okay, and now we're multiplying 5 by a positive 1, so if it's multiplying by the 5, it has to be in the opposite binomial, so that's going to mean this is a plus 1 over here. And then the 1 is being multiplied by the negative 7, so the minus 7 comes over in this one. And there's our answer. Okay, same way you can solve it by grouping. So you find a times c, which equals negative 35. So the factors of 35 are going to be negative 35 and 1. And then a negative 7 and 5. And the only one that when you add the factors, the only one when you add the factors together that gives you a negative 2, so our b value in the equation, is going to be these two. So now we rewrite the equation, replacing our negative 7 and our plus 5 for our negative 2n. So that should be 2x. Okay, so that would be 5x squared minus 7x plus 5x minus 7. Okay, so now we're going to group them together. So the first two terms and the last two terms. The greatest common factor that this first one shares is x. So when you pull that out, you're left with 5x minus 7. And then the greatest common factor 5x minus 7 shares is 1. So we pull that 1 out, and you're just left with 5x minus 7. Okay, so the same binomial here, so that's one of our factors. And then our other factor, binomial factor, comes from these two terms, our x plus our 1. And you'll notice once again, this is the same as that.